You're ready to create a show. Where do you start? Where do you go? That's what this video is about. Let's jump into it. So if you're creating a show for content, which is what we recommend our clients do, where do you start? Let's start with, is it going to be scripted or is it going to be a reality type show? So think about your favorite shows. Let's say White Lotus, Breaking Bad, Severance. These are obviously scripted, meaning there has to be a writer involved, and this is a lot more expensive and difficult to create. On the other hand, if you go based on a reality show, think of like the Real Housewives of name your favorite city. Those type of shows are reality shows, or think about Traders. There is a format to it, meaning there's like challenges there, or there's a producer asking questions to get answers, but it's a lot of documenting what's going on. So this is the easier path. This is what I would recommend you start with if you don't have a huge budget to make a scripted show. Next, who is the star of the show? So if you're a law firm, who is the main lawyer of the show? If you're producing, let's say, toys, who is the CEO that came up with the toys? Let's say a board game. Who's the CEO that came up with the board game to have the idea and put it into effect? What's his story? What's her story? Did they come into here failing from this to get to there? Are they here because they're trying to get more money? Are they here because they're trying to advance their kids' education? What is their why that they're doing it? Now, a star is also the person who's going to go into the transformation throughout the show, throughout the season. So keep that in mind. Now, the star doesn't have to be like the boss or the CEO or the main person of that brand or practice, but it would help because they're going to be the face of it. They're not leaving at some point. So you don't want to make 3 episodes and they leave and then you're stuck with, oh, we don't have a star anymore. Now, it's also pretty difficult to make a show just based on a star. You want the co-stars. You want the people, like if it's a wellness clinic and there's a main nurse who does the injections, you want there to be the assistant or the office manager. Or if it's a dentist who's the star, you want the office manager. You want the hygienist. You want the whoever the assistant is to be part of the show because they're the supporting roles. They're the ones that can actually help make the conflict as well, because one person may have conflict with them themselves, but that's not going to show much on a show. You want them to argue with people. You want them to break down and someone to sue them. You want them to fire someone perhaps. These are real things that happen every day. You want to show that. Now, what's the problem? There has to be some kind of conflict there, and you may not know it. You may, if it's filming for 3 days, you may need to film for a day to find that out. Are they changing locations because the lease ran out? Do you have a new product that you need to push 1 million sales for you to have enough cash flow for the next 30 days? These are actual problems that will have people, thinking, are they going to succeed? Are they going to fail? Where is it going to go wrong? Are they going to make it? All these questions come out, and the superstar is the person that's trying to solve it, obviously. Where do we want the transformation to go? Because there has to be a transformation for the star, or perhaps the star and co-stars. Do they start off kind of angry and they kind of become more pleasant? Are they really nice and then they become more angry throughout the episode or the season? Are they people who are emotional and then they get stronger? There should be some kind of transformation that you know is going to happen. Again, you may not know this in the first time you're filming, but by day 3 or 7, you're going to know that this is the transformation that you're going to show. When you're filming a pilot, how are you going to leave that episode kind of with a cliffhanger so people are wondering what's going to happen next to him or her? How's episode 2 going to be? Oh my God, is there 5 episodes left? How are they going to transform this person by the end of the season? Is that person really fired? Is that person really dead? Did they really lose an eye by the end of it? These are all things that are going to build up the audience for them to demand it. There was a show called The Expanse, which I think had 3 seasons, and then they stopped it either for funding for whatever reason. And it got so much support. So many people were like, we want to know what happens in the next season, that Jeff Bezos, I think, bought the rights and then had Amazon Prime produce season 4 and they put it on Prime. This has also happened with Futurama, Family Guy. These are shows that ended and they got so much support. So much people were like, I want this. I want the next season. I want more seasons, that they brought it back. So that's kind of what you want to aim to do. Shooting a show is going to be hard. It's going to be a lot of days of filming, a lot of days of editing, a lot of days of figuring out, hey, where do we go next? So the next day you film, you kind of know how to direct it, but it can be done. And because it's hard, not that many people do it. So you have the advantage if you're willing to pursue this. Some people are a little timid to be on camera, but I promise you, if you have a good director and if you have a vision that you want to go to and you take the leap, you will be happy by the end of it. If you want to know the different costs that are involved in creating a show and the different types of shows maybe you can create, check out this video.